witch?
Watch out for trick-or-treaters this Halloween season.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this edition of Newsline 14. I'm Stephen Graby.
And I'm Lainey Lynch. Let's see what's happening on the Hilltop and in national and local news.
The COVID-19 Omicron strain has a new variant that has been reported in at least 4 states. The new variant, BA2, is expected to be relatively mild. However, this variant is also expected to be more transmissible than the first variant, BA1. Scientists say there is not enough information yet to tell if vaccines will protect against Omicron BA2 because this variant contains mutations that BA1 does not. There are believed to be at least 27 mutations within BA2 that were not in the original strain. Unlike other variants, Omicron BA2 was not detected as fast. That is why the variant is nicknamed the stealth variant. Experts expect this variant to become dominant worldwide. While many details about this new variant are unknown, scientists expect to be getting closer to some answers within the next few weeks.
Tensions between Russia and Ukraine have escalated threat of war over Eastern Europe. A while ago, Ukraine's foreign minister, Dmitry Kuleba, called on Russia to withdraw its troops and instead turned to the negotiating table to address its concerns. Russia is not only refusing to de-escalate, but it is actually expanding its buildup. Many experts are talking about Belarus as a staging ground. Experts are calling it combat cohesion. Training, tanks, artillery guns, and missiles will be part of this exercises. Russia's defense minister is personally overseeing the preparation in Belarus. And in Brussels, NATO is keeping a close watch on Wednesday. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson talked to the Russian president, saying attacking Ukraine would be tragic. Miscalculation. While Putin says this entire thing is NATO's fault.
The leader of the Islamic State has now been killed in a counter-terror operation carried out by the United States in northwestern Syria. U.S. President Joe Biden made the announcement of Abu Ibrahim Hashimi al-Qurayshi being killed on Thursday. All of the Americans involved in the operation returned safely. How Hashmi took over as the leader of the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria after the death of former leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi in 2019. Joe Biden says al-Qurayshi died when he exploded a bomb, killing himself and his family members. Rescue workers say women and children were among at least 13 people who were killed during the raid. The press secretary, John Kirby, says the mission was successful and that there were no civilian casualties.
An evacuation in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, was called due to a dangerous fire. Earlier last week, a fire broke out at a fertilizer plant in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The fire and the dangerous chemical that were being burned sparked an evacuation of at least 1 square mile. Concerned firefighters reported that the fire could ignite a big explosion at any time, as the fertilizer plant housed an explosive chemical known as ammonium nitrate. Small explosions were reported by locals in the early hours of the fire. Officials have been warning the locals of the danger from the thick fumes and poor air quality that is being produced by the chemical fire. Remember to call the emergency services if you ever see a large fire.
Due to a color-coded map, Ohio County schools are altering their mask mandate. After a recent board meeting, the Department of Health and Human Resources created a color-coded map which corresponds to the number of COVID cases in the area. This color map system will determine whether staff and students of Ohio County schools must wear a mask for the upcoming week. The map consists of 5 colors: green, yellow, gold, orange, and red. Masks are only required in schools when the county map is showing orange or red. When in red, Ohio County is experiencing 25 or more cases per 100,000 people. This week, the color map is showing yellow. Therefore, masks are not mandatory in Ohio County schools. For more information and updates on the color-coded map system, visit governor.wv.gov.
Supreme Justice Evan Jenkins is resigning from the Supreme Court of Appeals for West Virginia. According to WTRF reporter Jessica Patterson, Governor Jim Justice received a letter from Jenkins indicating his resignation effective February 6, 2022. The letter states Jenkins is planning on returning to private practice. According to Patterson, Governor Justice stated Evan has devoted his entire life to public service, and on behalf of all West Virginians, we thank him. It was one of my highest honors to appoint Evan to our Supreme Court in 2018, and since then, he and his colleagues have restored honor and integrity to our court. The governor says the Judicial Vacancy Admissions Commission will immediately start the process to fill the vacant position with an appointee until a new justice is elected. Jenkins has served on the court as Chief Justice and previously served in the West Virginia House of Delegates, State Senate, and House of Representatives.
A donation is given to help stop criminals within the area. $20,000 was donated to the Crime Stoppers of the Upper Ohio Valley. The donation was generously made by the Circus Saints and Sinners Group following their annual reverse raffle. Crime Stoppers of Upper Ohio Valley is a program put on by the community. This program allows the community to anonymously provide information about possible crime. The Crime Stoppers Upper Ohio Valley has been helping to keep cities and neighborhoods safe and secure since September 23, 2020. Crime Stoppers Upper Ohio Valley has a tip line that is monitored 24 hours, 24/7. To leave a tip, call 877-TIPS-FOR-US. We'll be right back after the break with Campus News here on Newsline 14. That shouldn't have been.
Yeah, you guys are doing pretty good so far. Just slow down a smidge. All right.
Please, not the trash. Take me along. I can be repurposed. Just give me another chance.
It takes more than one person to make a big difference, but one person can make a difference.
Welcome back to Newsline 14. Here's the campus news update. In honor of Black History Month, WLU is hosting an African American read-in. The read-in will take place on February 24th from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Alumni Room inside the College Union. The event is brought to all students, faculty, and community members by the Campus and Community Diversity Committee. Anyone interested in reading text by an African American author can sign up for the event by filling out a time slot and choosing their selected text. WLU is carrying on this event to encourage awareness and the interest of reading. For the lineup for the event includes Dr. Tennant introducing the opening message, followed by Dr. Cecilia Conchar-Farr, who will read readings from Passing by Nelia Larson. There are 21 seats remaining for people interested in joining this Black History Month festivity. Email Tennant with any questions at amanda.tennant@westlibertyuniversity.edu.
WLU alumnus Corey Nollinger has recently won 2 national awards in filmmaking. Nollinger is a 2019 graduate of WLU's College of Liberal and Creative Arts with a degree in broadcasting and digital media design. He formerly did work at the WLU TV and radio station before graduating. He was selected for not only the topical but also the documentary and innovation and education categories for the 53rd Annual Public Media Award. The award is sponsored by the National Educational Telecommunications Association. His documentary is titled Rosemary and is about Rosemary Ketchum's campaign for Wheeling City Council. Ketchum says that she is pleased that her story was able to give Corey these awards. Nollinger is now working in marketing as a video production specialist, EPB fiber optic and energy connectivity provider in Chattanooga, as she furthers her career.
WLU 2021 graduate Lauren Anderson received gold in the National Student Design Competition. Along with her fellow competitors, she entered her work in the competition, sponsored by the Innovation Center for Design Excellence for the ICDE. This work was her senior capstone project and was an application designed to help its users gain knowledge on growing their plants to their best potential. Anderson is from New Martinsville, West Virginia, and was a Dean's List student while attending WLU. Since graduating, Anderson has started working at Meta Media in Arizona that specializes in destination marketing. Dr. Kang, the WLU professor of visual communications design, says that Lauren winning this gold medal is very meaningful and that she could not be prouder of her student. As Dr. Kang talks about her many offers to of college, Lauren's future looks bright as a Hilltopper alumni.
West Liberty University's Regional Science and Engineering Fair is back. The coordinator of the event, Dr. Holly Racine, says WLU College of Sciences is thrilled to welcome the annual fair back as an important way to encourage youngsters to get involved in scientific investigation. In the past, the fair was geared to middle and senior high schoolers, but this year it is open to grades 3 through 12. The event was canceled for several years due to the pandemic. The fair will take place on Saturday, February 12th at the WLU Highland Center. The fair will begin at 8:30 a.m. with check-in for the elementary school student division and between noon and 12:30 p.m. for the junior student and senior division. Exhibit setup and judging will take place after each group sets up. The award ceremony is planned for 5 p.m. and will be an in-person and virtual ceremony shared on Topper Station. The students will compete for category awards, special awards, and the opportunity to go to the West Virginia Science and Engineering Fair on March 7th, 2022. For more information, call Dr. Racine at 304-336-8384 or visit westliberty.edu/biology/science/fair.
Threshold is open for submissions. Students can submit their creative works to West Liberty's 2021 and 2022 Literature and Art Journal. Students can submit up to 2 pieces of fiction, 2 pieces of creative nonfiction, 4 poems, and 4 pieces of artwork. Fiction and nonfiction stories should not exceed 4,000 words, and poetry should not exceed 5 pages. Submissions are due by midnight on Sunday, February 20th. Students should submit their work to Threshold at westliberty.edu. Students who submit their work will be notified via email by March 14th. Threshold is a student-run journal led by Editor-in-Chief Alexis Walton and Faculty Advisor Scott Hanna. For more information about Threshold and about making submissions, visit westliberty.edu/English and Modern Arts/Threshold.
On Saturday, January 22nd, West Liberty University students in the Creative Arts Therapy Program and Art Therapy Counseling Program showcased their artwork at the annual Creative Arts Therapy exhibit. The Creative Arts Therapy exhibit is open at Ogilvy Institute's Towngate Theater, located on Market Street in Wheeling. Both undergraduate and graduate students participated in this event. The Creative Arts Therapy Showcase has been taking place for the last 3 years, and any student or member of the public can visit the Creative Arts Therapy exhibit at no cost. To prepare for this event, members of the Creative Arts Therapy Club selected and prepared artwork for display. Students also attended the opening reception to display their work to the public. These pieces of art will remain on display until February 27th. For more information about the Creative Arts Therapy Program, contact Dr. Susan Ridley by emailing susan.ridley@westliberty.edu.
Spring recruitment on the Hilltop looks different for Greek like this semester. After 2 weeks of recruitment events held by the 5 sororities on campus, sororities sent out bids on Thursday, February 3rd, and welcomed home new members over the weekend on Sunday. This semester's recruitment celebration included a run home where new members were reunited with their chosen sorority, and a bid day celebration open to all sororities. In the past, run home festivities only happened in the fall, but the Pan-Hellenic Recruitment Committee changed things around to give sororities a chance to bond after the new members ran home to their new sisters. Each sorority was allowed to split apart for their own bid day activities. Chi Omega welcomed home 6 girls, Alpha Z celebrated the introduction of 3 girls, and Lambda introduced 4 members. For more recruitment updates, search WLU Pan-Hellenic on social media.
West Liberty University's Topper Idol began on Tuesday, February 1st. Topper Idol is a singing competition where students who compete choose to sing a song of their choice. The contestants who competed and moved on to the next round for the first show include Noah Horvath, Sarah Booth, Mary Thinzarkeem, Caitlin Carnott, Mackenzie and Fanny, Sean Ball, and Edward Engel. The crowd favorite from the first round was Sean Ball, who sang a rendition of Come Together by the Beatles. There are 4 shows total. Topper Idol takes place every Tuesday in February in the College Ballroom in the Union at 7 p.m. According to Udeva Casio, the Residence Life Area Coordinator, the top 3 students at the end of the competition will earn take-home baskets and scholarships. The scholarships are worth $250, $500, and $1,000.
If you live on campus, then you'll have something to think about for the entirety of this upcoming week. For anyone who lives in the dorms on campus, you'll have met your RA at least one time. While not everyone thinks about their RA in the nicest light, they have very stressful jobs and try their best to help every student under their jurisdiction. Due to this, an event such as the upcoming RA Appreciation Week is something that they truly deserve. From February 14th to February 18th, West Liberty will be participating in RA Appreciation Week. While this is going on, make sure to say hello to your RA and thank them for all their hard work they do. After all, for every weird, annoying, or strange thing that you've had to deal with, your residence hall assistant is those heroes that work to solve the problems.
Assistant Editor Brianna Hammond has an update on the Trumpet's next publication. Here's what she has to say.
Good afternoon. I am Brianna Hammond, Assistant Editor of the student-run newspaper, The Trumpet. Issue 13 publishes tomorrow. Here is a preview of what you can find. In this week's news section, we report on WLU alumni Lauren Anderson and her recent gold medal win in the Innovation Center for Design Excellence competition. Anderson received this win for her UI/UX mobile app design, Plantera, an app built for the plant owner community. Check out page 3 for more information on how this win benefits the WLU design program. Next, we report on 3 new concentrations offered by the Visual Communication program. Students can now major in visual communication and choose graphic design, illustration, or studio art as their specialty. More about this on page 4. On page 5, Corey Nollinger, a 2019 graduate of WLU, wins 2 awards in filmmaking for his documentary about Rosemary Ketchum's 2020 campaign trail. The documentary is titled Rosemary and received awards during the 53rd Annual Public Media Awards and National Educational Telecommunications Association. More information on page 5. Ending the news section on page 6, WLU's Criminal Justice Society and local YWCA organization continue to serve Wheeling in areas of racism, domestic violence, and human trafficking. Starting on page 7 of the Culture section, Clientele Art Studio in Wheeling is showcasing WLU student and alumni work. Clientele hosts a variety of events to build artist exposure and currently displays work in their retail space where artists can sell art pieces. Read more on page 7. On page 8, you can read about the latest Topper Idol update from Tuesday's Disney-themed night. On page 9, we report on WLU's newly launched literary journal, Threshold. Students can submit creative nonfiction, fiction, poetry, and artwork. The deadline for submission is Sunday, February 20th. Check out page 9 for more information about submission. Ending the Culture section is a Route 88 photo page of recent road conditions during Winter Storm Landon. Starting out our opinion section, on page 11 is a list of Valentine's Day gift ideas perfect for your friends, family, or loved ones. Check out page 11 if you are looking for some gift alternatives to flowers. Ending the opinion section is Professor Ryan McCullough's take on the production of Mr. Burns, a post-electric play. Read more about his thoughts on the Hilltop Players on page 12. To catch up on all things Hilltopper sports, check out our sports section. This week's sports update starts on page 13 with a profile story on star women's basketball player, Ariana Manze. Manze was named Player of the Year in December of 2021. For more information about Manze's efforts on the court, check out page 13. Next, a review of last year's acro and tumbling season and a review of their preparation for the first meet of the season on Monday, February 14th. The WLU Acrobatics and Tumbling program are seated number 1 in the Mountain East Conference preseason coaches poll. On page 15, West Liberty's softball team ranked first among MEC coaches in annual preseason poll. More on page 15. On the last page of our sports section, check out a preview of the WLU baseball season. The Toppers finished last season with 21 wins and 20 losses. The Toppers are currently prepping for their season opener on Friday, February 11th at Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. That concludes the Trumpet updates for this week. To read The Trumpet, issue 13, visit thetrumpetwlu.org. See you next Wednesday for more updates. I am Brianna Hammond, reporting for Newsline 14 on Topper Station.
We'll be right back after this break. Coming up next is West Lib's Sports Update.
The Paul N. Elbin Library is your destination for learning. Featuring over 200,000 items in print, audio, and video formats. Students have access to search for books of all kinds. Our state-of-the-art egg chairs give the user an immersive experience. We offer both Macs and Dells for your convenience. Please be sure to follow all signs. Our hours are Monday through Thursday 8 to 11, Fridays 8 to 4, Saturdays are closed, Sundays 5 to 11. Our friendly staff will assist in finding the right study material for you, whether it's a physical copy or on the school's database. The Paul N. Albin Library at West Liberty University. Please call 304-336-8261.
Sources of stress are everywhere. Stress can make you feel trapped, but there are ways to manage it. Stress is inevitable, but you can learn how to deal with it, how to handle it, and how to respond to it well. Try to get enough sleep, exercise, eat well, get emotional support, breathe, and find ways to calm down.
Welcome back to this edition of Newsline 14. I'm Annalise Murphy.
And I am Siddhi Mahatole. Let's see what's happening on the hilltop and sports.
Despite the winter weather causing many travel delays last weekend, the Hilltopper wrestling team traveled with 18 wrestlers to Indianapolis for the Greyhound Open Sunday, where 4 West Liberty wrestlers placed. The 4 wrestlers who placed include Tyler Warner at 141 pounds, Jordan Waters at 149 pounds, Christian Rivera at 157 pounds, and Ty McJeary at 174 pounds. All 4 placers earned a 6th place finish at the Open. Coming up next for the Hilltoppers, a duel against Baldwin Wallace University this Friday, February 11th in the ASRC.
MEC coaches placed West Liberty softball at number 1 for the 3rd consecutive year. With the season just around the corner, West Liberty's softball team is hoping to continue their success after being ranked 24th in the nation last year. Ranked below West Liberty by the MEC coaches are Fairmount State, Frostburg State, Notre Dame, and Wheeling, among many others. The team's record from the 2021 season was 37-17. They will begin their new season on Sunday, February 28th at 1 p.m. at home against Clarion University.
The Wheeling Nailers came out on top after competing in 3 home games last weekend. The Nailers started their weekend off on Friday with a game against the Indy Fuel, resulting in a comfortable 3-1 victory. However, the same comfortable victory was not transferred to the ice on Saturday. Wheeling lost their game against the Iowa Heartlanders with a final score of 4-1. On Sunday afternoon, the Nailers took the ice against the Cincinnati Cyclones in a thrilling overtime victory, 5-4. The Nailers came out of the weekend with 4 out of the 6 possible points towards the standings. The Nailers are set to take action again today against the Kalamazoo Wings at 3 in the afternoon. You can catch all the action on your radio dial at Fox Sports Wheeling, 1400 AM, 103.9 FM, and on your television at WTOV's MeTV and Flow Hockey on your mobile device.
The spring 2022 season is just around the corner for West Liberty baseball team. This weekend kicks off the season for the coach Eric Burkle and the Hilltoppers as they travel to Jackson, Tennessee to face the Bulldogs of Union University. After ending last year's season with a 21-20 record, the Hilltoppers look to start their season off on the right track with the first team All-MEC center fielder Ty Hemke and second team All-MEC pitcher Ian Brady. The first pitch is this Saturday, February 11th at 1 p.m.
In a new poll, WLU acrobatics and tumbling team ranks number 1 among coaches for the first time. Last Tuesday, the Mountain East Conference met to release their annual preseason poll, where West Liberty ranked number 1. The Hilltoppers placed second the past 2 seasons, just behind Fairmont State. Coach Kelsey Kyle welcomes back the same roster this season, with the season opener set for February 10th at Davis and Elkins College. The team will compete in their first home event on Tuesday, February 17th, against West Virginia Wesleyan at 6 in the evening.
The NASCAR Cup Series began its season last Sunday with an exhibition race at the Busch Light Clash. Hosted at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum after 6 qualifying races to determine the field, 2018 Cup Series champion Joey Logano held off Kyle Busch and 23 other competitors in an exciting 150-lap dash to win the first race in the new next-gen car. 2020 champion Chase Elliott won pole position by setting the fastest lap in practice, but spun out on lap 67. He was able to recover and finish in 11th outside of the race. Musical artist and partial owner of Trackhouse Racing Pitbull warmed up the crowd with a 45-minute performance before the event.
Adam O'Donnell has received the honor of being the Mountain East Conference Male Athlete of the Week. O'Donnell, a graduate from Martinsburg, West Virginia, has now received this recognition twice during this indoor track season. He is the reigning MEC Outdoor Decathlon champion. O'Donnell broke his own school record in the heptathlon with a NCAA Division II provisional qualifying mark of nearly 5,000 points at the Youngstown State Mid-Major meet. The 4,894 points is the second highest total in the region this season. The points are now one of the top 20 scores in the nation. O'Donnell and teammates will return to action at Kent State University this weekend for the Doug Brayman National Qualifier.
The West Liberty women's basketball team won on Sunday as they took down the University of Charleston 78-77 after Ari Manze was injured drawing a foul on an offensive rebound. Freshman guard Carly McCutcheon stepped in to knock down the two-game winning free throws with 4.7 seconds left to lift the Hilltoppers to 16-6 on the year. Sophomore guard Corinne Thomas led West Liberty in scoring with 28 points, while freshman Bailey Smith would put up 18 points and 3 assists. The Hilltoppers return home this Wednesday to host their toughest challenge so far, the unbeaten Glenville State Pioneers, who ranked number 1 in all of NCAA Division II. Tip-off is set for 5:30 this evening in the ASRC. Be sure to come out and support your Hilltoppers.
The AFC won their 5th straight Pro Bowl game last weekend. The NFL held the Pro Bowl on Sunday, February 6th. The Pro Bowl takes the best players from the AFC and the NFC and puts them up against one another. The players are selected by coaches, the players themselves, and the fans. Coming into this year's Pro Bowl game, the AFC had won 4 straight games against the NFC. Those winning ways continued this year. The AFC jumped out to an early lead thanks to big plays from Max Crosby and Justin Herbert. The NFC battled back in the second half. Unfortunately, it was too little too late. The AFC held on for the 41-35 victory, moving the AFC win streak to 5. Crosby and Herbert were both named MVP of the Pro Bowl game, winning a reward money for the charity of the player's choosing.
WLU's men's basketball team continues to dominate the rankings. Ben Horowitz is currently ranked in at number 5. Last Saturday, February 5th, the men's basketball team traveled to the West Virginia State Capitol to take on the University of Charleston. The Hilltoppers did not disappoint and brought in a 96-82 victory. The men are now sitting at a 22 overall season so far. Some of the game leaders in the points category include Pat Robinson with 27 points, Bryce Butler with 22 points, Christian Montag with 17 points, and Jazz Russell with 11 points. The men's basketball team is set to take the action against Glenville State College at the ASRC tonight at 7:30 p.m. The men's basketball team will travel to Athens, West Virginia to take on Concord University on Saturday, February 12th at 4 p.m.
We'll be right back. The 5-day forecast is coming up next.
Hey, whoa, hey, man, what are you doing? Hey, man, what are you doing? I don't think you're supposed to drive.
No, man, it's all good. My house is like
20 seconds up that street. It doesn't matter. It's still not a good idea. I don't think you're fit to drive.
Dude, we've been friends for like 10 years, man. Can't you trust me?
That doesn't matter here. I do trust you, but I don't think you're fit to drive.
Well then, just shut up. Shut up! I can totally drive myself a mile up to my house.
Fine then, if that's what you want to do, so be it. What the?
Every day in America, another 28 people die as a result of drunk driving crashes. Don't be the next victim.
Newsline 14. I'm on your wrist with your weather update. Slightly warmer temperatures have made its way to the hilltop as we are currently resting at 45 degrees. The low for today is 30 degrees while the high is 48 degrees. Wind speeds will be reaching 10 to 15 miles per hour. Although cloudy conditions are expected all afternoon, clear skies are to appear around 8 o'clock tonight. Now let's take a look at the weather around the country. Kicking things off on the West Coast, California is experiencing much warmer temperatures, reaching a scorching 87 degrees and only dropping to a cool 55 degrees. Moving away from the West Coast, Texans are sitting in clear sunny skies and a comfortable 68 degrees. Down in Florida, similar conditions can be seen as temperatures are expected to reach 69 degrees. Over on the East Coast, New York is currently resting in sunny skies and a crisp 45 degrees. We'll be right back. The 5-day forecast is coming up next.
Be sure to check your candy.
Welcome back to Newsline 14. Here is your 5-day forecast. Beginning with Thursday, cloudy skies are to come as scattered snow showers are expected. Temperatures will only reach 36 degrees and will swing down to a brisk 25. Friday will bring cloudy skies and warmer conditions with temperatures spiking up to 51 degrees. Cloudy skies along with possible flurries are to arrive on Saturday. Temperatures will start as low as 25 degrees and will rise to 45 degrees. Sunday will cool things back down by only meeting a high of 27. On Monday, cloudy conditions are expected along with a high of 30 degrees and a low of 17 degrees. That's all for your 5-day forecast.
Thank you for watching this edition of Newsline 14. I'm Stephen Gravy.
And I'm Lainey Lynch. Have a great week.